Wrong one. There we are. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. I'm going to just unmute my cast here. Hi, y'all. We can actually hear you now that I've unmuted you.
Hello.
Howdy.
um, I wanted to. I had to mute you guys because I wanted to get the to do just a quick little bit of an intro before I did, but I realized that my just chatting screen also has you guys' faces on it. So I'm just gonna involve you guys in the intro. Uh,
We all ended up muting ourselves anyway, so you're good.
oh, wonderful! I muted you. I muted you myself, actually.
Double layer mute.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Anyway, welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, the Tig of Miro here. Um, I'm just gonna ask my players real quick what they remember. I've gone back and watched the VOD, so I remember exactly what happened last session. What do you guys remember happening, and what you remember doing from the last session?
Let me see real quick. Mm, okay.
Shuffles through notes quickly.
We got from the things that happened. We're investigating something where some kind of creature with four legs and claws was abducting people. Um, and one of the people that was abducted was the mayor's wife. And so,
Mayor's
uh,
mother. That's
mother,
Yep.
I
It
was
was
close.
the mayor's mother.
Some places could be the same. I don't know. Anyway, um, mayor's mother got abducted, and she was a powerful mage. It's been abducting mages. The creature has been abducting powerful mages, and we fought some kind of little itty bitty brain thing that almost killed me, and
Devourer.
yes, that thing.
And
Um,
just for context, Slack, it was about the size of a full-grown German Shepherd.
okay,
It
so
was a
like
big old brain thing.
itty bitty brain thing compared to my massive brain, yes.
Wonderful.
Anyway,
Wonderful.
Keep that confidence, my friend.
Yeah, keep that confidence before you guys go into the deep dark of Moro here.
and against my character's judgment, we decided we're going to start stealing from the mayor's house while we're investigating
It's the
because
Wonderful.
it was a flip of a
mother's
coin.
house, not the mayor's house.
This is the mayor's mom's house.
Whatever. Who knows? Maybe he lives with his mother. You know.
You never know. He absolutely
Yeah.
could live with
He
his
seems like
mother.
the kind of guy that would live with his mother. You know.
That's hilarious. Okay, so just so I have it, what are your HP and current HP and AC? Starting with Crow,
um,
what's your AC?
I
pretty good.
have 35 hit points and I have an armor class of 11.
All right, Oko, what is your HP and AC?
Okay.
We'll come back to Oko. Slack, what is your HP and AC?
My HP is 27, and my armor class that would be a 15.
All right, and Oko, are you able to hear us?
Oh, cool. We miss you.
I would summon them by angering them, but if I anger them, I'm going to anger someone else right now, and out
Yeah,
of
I'll elbow
courtesy.
drop you. be okay.
Um,
Uh,
is there a we can look at their character for them, right?
I just don't have thing pulled up, D&D Beyond pulled up. That's all. I can jump in it real quick. I got it.
Okay,
It's just for my peace of mind, so I don't have to keep so many tabs open. That's why
gotcha,
I do
gotcha.
that.
You got to keep tabs on your players, you know.
All right. All right, and each of you are level 4. It's good that you did do it when y'all went ahead and did your level up. And then max HP is 49.
Uh, I'm looking at Slack's character sheet.
Yes.
I
What?
think
Oh
he
yeah,
leveled.
Slack is the only one that hasn't leveled up.
Oh yeah, I forgot that we did that, didn't
Yeah, you're supposed to
I?
level up post session.
Uh, uh,
That's okay. You can do that while we kind of go through the beginning of the session. So we pan back in on this town where you've just defeated an intellect devourer and been given uh 3 cloaks of warmth. Um you are kind of searching through the town itself, and we're headed toward the mayor's mother's estate, which you've been given a key for. It's a beautiful, like 3-story townhouse, um, with each story having like a balcony. Like if you're looking straight up at the front of the building, you can see that the actual like building itself has 3 balconies, but each floor is like a bedroom or an attic. The front door is, you have the key to it, and the mayor kind of did warn you there would be lots of magical items within this abode, and not to steal anything.
He did warn us not to steal anything,
yeah, he
which
did,
I took
and
as a challenge and an invitation to steal everything.
Everything.
and I kept being like, no, don't do that, because stealing is wrong.
Waggles finger
Whatever.
in lawful good. Uh,
Remember, kids, don't steal.
Remember, kids, don't steal unless you know you won't be caught.
well, you do know that there are
Mm,
magical wards on these items to let the mayor know whether or not they've been stolen. So, you do know that if you will most likely be caught if you steal from this estate. Uh, that is just a heads up. Is you pretty much you you were warned that there are magical wards on these items.
All right, cool. Love
Um,
that.
So, what are you guys kind of going in here to investigate? That is my question. Because they did tell you that she was taken near her home. She was not dragged out of her home, but she was taken near her home.
Um,
When she was kidnapped and dragged to the Tig
Perhaps some information about where she was headed when she was kidnapped near her home.
home. She was on her way home.
Oh, I thought. Okay,
You were informed that she
I
was.
thought she was leaving.
No, she was on her way back from her day job, which is she's a teacher. She teaches magic to the
Um,
young, to like kids. And she was taken on her way back home and dragged to the Tig.
okay. Hmm,
What kind of former archmage gets dragged off by one of those?
By an intellect devourer? You don't know. Apparently not a very good one. Either that or she's been in retirement for a long time. Slowly
I mean,
approaching lichdom kind of retirement.
So, any ideas of what we're actually looking for here other than to steal things?
Out of character notes, diaries, something that would sort of give us an idea of what their day to day thing would be. In character, I don't know, something that would point us in the right direction.
I'm I'm thinking that we could probably try and figure out more about her and figure out if there's any hints as to the real reason why the creature's, taking mages away. So that's what I'm going to be on the lookout for.
You sure we're gonna find anything like that here? I mean, if we want to
It
know
is
why they're doing it, we could always go to where they are, see what they're doing with the mages.
sure, but if we don't know what we're in for, then, anything could happen. It's best to be prepared before we go in rather than to not be, if you catch my drift.
You got a fair point.
We were told there was a magic carpet. Maybe the carpet's sentient.
Yeah, we could ask it.
Does anyone here speak carpet?
I
No,
speak Ignan. Is that close?
I don't think it is, buddy.
Never know. I mean, from a couple stories I've been told, magic carpets are common
How
ish.
about we just go in and see what we can figure out?
Fine by me.
As you guys are having this conversation, you do notice that like as you're kind of going back and forth in front of this woman's house, there are now people starting to gather and like stare at you.
Oh, well, hi, everyone.
As you give like guard as they see that they've gotten your attention, they'll like scatter. Like what are these fucking weirdos doing outside of her home?
I flash them a glare to try to intimidate them away.
You I mean, just simply turning back and realizing they're there may causes them to scatter. Like they run for the hills. They're like, we don't want any part of that bullshit.
You just can't sneak into a person's house anymore these days.
What a shame. What's the world coming to when three fine, relatively upstanding individuals can't even break into one old woman's house when we have the key to it? Which one of us is carrying the key?
That is a good question.
I
Need a
think it was
key? I can use my shoulder.
we have a key. It's okay. We don't have to literally break in.
I mean, you could
Um,
try.
okay, but like, why?
We don't need to break in, not this time.
Always
For
wanted to
now.
bust a door down with an axe. Oh well.
You'll get your chance. Hopefully, maybe.
Possibly.
Um,
Darius, I think you had the key last. If not, I'll start rummaging through my buckets.
I believe it's in here somewhere. Let's see, blanket, black of incense, candle, sensor, water. Mm,
Darius, you were handed the key.
okay, I'm just gonna like, yeah, I have the key. Yeah, yep, here it is.
As Darius is looking through, Eshrin is going to pull out one of his bottles of mead and just take a good long swig.
Wonderful. Day drinking. It's the best pastime of adventurers.
All right, so I'm just gonna take this key and put it into the keyhole and do a little twisty.
As you put the key in, the door slowly like creaks open as if it weren't closed to begin with.
Well, that's
Like someone had almost closed
worrying.
it all the way, but it was not fully closed.
Someone needs to work on their house security a little bit, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
Um, so if I peek inside, can I like do some perception to see if I find anything important already?
You may roll perception.
Okay,
But it is
because
pitch dark inside.
I think
cool.
all of us have a form of dark vision. Worst comes to worst, I can always make a light. That won't
Um,
burn the house down unless I want it to.
I think I have that exact little thingy, right? Was it not Sacred Flame? Was it?
Uh,
Sacred flame will catch something on fire. That is
I think you're
What's the
talking.
one that you can just kind of do that and
it's called
make
light. That is a cantrip called
a
light. Yep.
There's light, there's dancing light, there's produce flame.
okay, never mind. I don't have that, so I'm just gonna look in there, see what happens first. I'm curious if they'll do anything. So let's
Just
Nope.
because it's me, I am mildly paranoid. Eshrin is, once the door's open, gonna look straight down and see if there's like a rune or a glyph or something that would be a trap right at the front door.
I rolled
Roll
a 3.
roll investigation for me, Crow.
16.
You notice that there was at one point, but it appears that whatever rune was here has already been activated.
Ah, well, that both puts my mind at ease and makes me more worried. And he takes another swig. Hey Darius, you notice this? And he points down to the already activated rune.
Oh, well, maybe that means someone else actually has already been here.
Hmm. Vetka, you're a lot more sturdy than Darius and I put together. You want to take point in there?
You calling me fat?
I'm saying that if I tried to I'm saying that if I tried to take my little staff here and break your skull, it would break the staff first.
Oh, so you're calling me boneheaded? Yes, all right, I'll go ahead. Vector will walk in first.
All
You
right.
just can't win, buddy.
Okay. Roll me perception as Vecto walks into the house.
That's a healthy little 18.
Wonderful. As you kind of enter the house, you being able to kind of see more in the dark than everybody else, you'd notice that there are clear signs of a struggle in here. There was some form of fight or tussle that took place, and like there's a map of the world kind of thrown from the wall to the floor. There's a globe knocked over, beakers of undefinable viscous liquids kind of uh, all knocked over on the floor, but not quite spilled out. It looks like this place has been searched. And in the corner, you see slumped over in what appears to be like like normally would be dismissed as a bundle of blankets. If being that you are very quite perceptive, you notice that there is a person slumped over in the corner, either dead or dying.
Like to throw an axe at said person.
Okay.
Right
Go ahead
away!
and roll an
Right
attack
away,
roll.
just going straight to hostilities. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an attack
5.
roll at advantage for me because they're not prone, but they're not moving. So
7.
the axe misses and sticks into the wall. The body is unmoved by your axe throw.
God, what are you doing?
Hold on, let me shed some light on this situation. And Dashran holds a hand out and just flicks it out, causing his hand to ignite and produce. How far is the. Let's see. I need to see how far the light shines. Bright light for a 10-foot radius and dim light for another
20,
10
right?
feet.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
dim
20
light
feet.
for 20. Yeah. Okay. You notice that slumped over in the corner is a small automaton. It is a uh the body is made of a brass, and the chest itself of the automaton is torn open, and the inner clock workings have been uh burned out with acid.
Oh,
So we're not going to be able to fix it and get information out of it. Okay.
Yeah, its arcane core is
maybe.
gone.
Ugh, that is unfortunate.
So you're saying we can't have a Robo Buddy right now?
No, you cannot. No Robo Buddy for you.
Is it bad that it eases my conscience that it looks like someone else beat us to stealing things here?
I mean, means you're not going to get in trouble for stealing anything. However, I do think you want to be the one to report to the mayor that we ended up coming here and finding it ransacked like this. This way, no one can point fingers at us and saying we did it.
Yes, the it was like that when we got here argument. That always holds up.
It was like there. It was like that when we got there. I promise, Mr. Mayor. Don't kill us all. Don't throw us in
The
prison.
mayor have known already if things were warded.
The mayor would have known that the house was warded.
Hmm.
My votes on the mayor
Wait,
did this.
did the mayor say that he had his men search the house already?
He searched it personally, is what he had said.
Hmm.
Do you think he caused some of the destruction, either on purpose or
Um,
by accident?
can I search the automaton for any signs of anything else?
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and investigate the automaton, you absolutely can.
Investigation.
And again, the mayor is a very large person, so I don't think he could do this.
I am on a low streak today, huh?
Apparently.
A 5.
Um, Other than the fact that these are very clearly acid burns, you don't particularly know much about how what happened here or how it could have happened.
Yep, there's a broken robot.
Um, do we see the? I'm probably gonna have to make another perception roll for this, or maybe investigation. Do we see the magic carpet anywhere?
No, with the initial being that you can see things now, the carpet itself would have been very like obvious because it's large and ornate. There is a clear spot on the ground where the carpet was, and it's not there anymore.
Well,
Hmm.
We have to go rescue the carpet.
oh, now you want to rescue the
I want the
carpet's the part
carpet.
of trouble.
Well, I mean, the carpet can't really defend itself. Most of those mages probably could. Probably.
Carpet was an innocent bystander. It didn't deserve this.
Wait a minute. So you're saying that all those mages, all of them, were guilty?
I just want to clarify real quick. Only one of them was confirmed to be a mage that was kidnapped. Just one.
Oh,
The others were just
wasn't
homeless
the?
people or children.
Oh, I thought that the other person that we encountered was.
It was a hunter. He was a ranger who
Oh,
went out, and his wife was a mage, but the guy who was missing, was a hunter in the village.
right, right. Well, is there anything like any like shelves we could look through for anything?
Yeah, but it appears that the majority of the contents of like shelves and tables and things have kind of been thrown and scattered on the ground. Like I said,
Oh,
like there are beakers and like potions and bottles and things on the ground they haven't shattered, but they definitely were either knocked over or tossed there. There's a shattered vial on the chest of the automaton where the acid came from.
Does the
hmm.
automaton look like it was a member of the house or that it was one of the people who broke in?
From the looks of it, and kind of the fact that there are like spare parts here and there, this is probably like a butler droid of some kind, or like an arcane helper or assistant to the former archmage.
All right, all right. Question about the droid.
Hmm.
Um, how many of its limbs are still intact?
One, both its legs and its right arm have been rendered off, like torn off.
That is brutal. Did you have any ideas for the limbs or something?
A little bit out of character, but it was a half-baked idea, and I have a much better idea.
Okay.
Well,
Eshrin sort of props the droid up so it looks like it's in more of a comfortable sitting position.
Hmm.
Finishes off his bottle of mead and puts it in the droid's hand, so it looks like he just had a real bad night.
I just look over. I was seriously.
What? You honestly think I'm going to take everything seriously? We're dealing with life and death scenarios here. If something goes horribly wrong, I want to have a good memory to laugh
I'll admit it is funny.
at. Damn right it is.
Um, well, it doesn't really look like there's much else here to
Not on the first floor.
and
There are
look
two
at.
more floors.
Well, I'm gonna head up and
In
look
the yeah
around
the
if you
back,
care to join me.
this main floor appears to just be a main foyer area, a staircase, and a kitchen. Like that's all that's on the
Oh,
bottom floor. The little area
well,
that you're in with the automaton, a staircase, and a kitchen.
okay. Well, I'm gonna head over to the staircase.
Remember to look for glyphs, wards, spike traps, things like that.
Will
Because
do.
I know I'm paranoid enough to set those up if I knew how to.
Um,
And if I had a good enough house to warrant it.
so yeah, I'm gonna do some, what would that be, investigation or perception?
That would be investigation. Or no,
Okay.
I'll let you just roll perception.
Okay. My perception. Yeah. Okay. Come on. The 7.
You don't see any. You don't see
Yeah,
any
yeah, I
traps.
bet.
Um,
Could I help him with
you
this by
you
like
may assist. Yeah,
doing
you
looks over his shoulder, shining light where I think it would be useful?
yeah. Slack, roll one more time for me.
Okay. Oh. There we go. 18, well, actually 21, sorry.
All right, cool. So you don't see any traps. It doesn't appear to be trapped, though you do now that you're about ceiling level with the first floor. Notice something dripping from the second floor down to the first floor. Something
Oh,
deep crimson in color.
so is it similar to the acid that was on the first floor, or is this more blood like?
You are noticing what appears to be a sanguine liquid dripping from the floor of the second floor floor through the ceiling of the first floor and onto the ground. So if
Okay.
it's blood, there's a lot of it.
All right. That's a good sign.
Probably
Um,
not natural, but that also means we're on the right track, right?
and yeah, it
Like
does.
Invecta catch a few drips of it on her finger and stick them in her mouth.
You may indeed,
Well,
if you would like.
Why?
Like to do that.
you see, I cringe at this, but I did just rip off one of those the legs of one of those brain things.
And eat it, yeah.
I mean, I didn't eat it yet. It's still in my
But
bag.
you intend on
We'll
eating it.
cook it
It
first.
is
Yes.
indeed blood. Yes.
Well, uh, time to head up and see what that's all about then.
Let's take a look. Who knows? Maybe whatever the body is actually between the floorboards.
Why would that be any better?
Because that means there's less blood. Do you know how much blood it takes to soak through however much floor that is?
It
Uh,
appears to be like boards with slight separations between them, so not a whole lot. Definitely
well,
enough where it's either an entire person's worth of blood or not natural.
it's noticeably discomforting.
Yeah.
All right. So heading up to the top of the stairs then. So like a door at the top of the stairs or
No,
anything, or just
it's
like
just a like a staircase and it leads up. I'm just finding something very quickly.
Gotta
okay.
grab the notes.
Yeah, I had to grab my monster manual. Um,
Oh,
so as you head up to the stairs, you see standing above a body. The body appears to be a human male, uh, portly gentleman. Um, and standing above him is a tall uh individual with a hood up, padded armor with a buckler and a long scimitar. Their feet that kind of come out from under their brown robes that cover the padded armor end in three toes with long talons at the end. Turning towards you, you see a bright orange beak and gray black feathers with black beady eyes staring out from beneath the hood. Um, and there are three of these individuals. One of them, their sword is
And
covered in blood.
I immediately reach for my axe. I'm like, is that a chicken?
Hey,
I don't
Fireboy,
know, but
can
I
you fry
think
that
I
thing?
am. What were you saying?
Hey, Fireboy, can you fry that thing?
I mean, probably. I don't know if it's chicken, but I think I can handle this situation best. And Estrin sort of leans on his quarterstaff slightly sort of exaggerating a sway, like he's more drunk than he obviously is. Hey there, you feathered fucks! Tell me two things. First, what are you doing here? And second, what do you taste like if I fry you?
Uh, one of them will step forth and go, and almost in an exact copy of your voice. Fuck you.
Ooh.
hey, I know these guys. Hold on. They're copycats. Uh, hold on. There's an actual word for these guys.
Parrots, chickens,
Yeah,
nuisances.
we'll go with parrots for a little bit. So, parrot boys, you still haven't answered my important question of what you taste like fried, but we'll get to that later. Did you murder this man? And if so, we're gonna have to fight you.
Meddler.
Um, he meddler or we meddler?
And you hear that this is within the voice that the bird person is speaking in is the mayor's voice, and he'll point down to the sword with his sword and point to the mayor's dead corpse and go, "Meddler."
Oh,
Wait. We saw the mayor not too long ago.
so
Oh shit.
I had my suspicions, but no,
I
oh
didn't
no,
suspect anything. So the mayor, so either this mayor is fake, or the mayor we talked to is also fake, or both of them are fake.
I mean, it
um,
was like 30 minutes between you being at the mayor's house and then you did combat. So like he had time to go to his mom's.
he did say that if something happened, he would come here himself and kill us. I guess he wasn't exactly successful with whoever did come,
Wait a
which
minute.
might be
Didn't we
these guys.
promise him a couple cakes?
Uh, yes. Why is that relevant?
I'm just wondering.
I mean,
We no
yes.
longer have to give him those promised cakes.
Uh, yes. We don't have to give him the cakes. You can
Don't have
have them if that's what you
don't
want,
have to
but
give him
that's
any
he's
cake if he's
dead.
dead. Yeah.
He is literally dead right here.
But another thing, this guy was also our paycheck.
Yes,
So these three kinda just stiffed us out of a job.
that is true. I'm more concerned with the fact that he just killed him, though, or whatever they are. Just killed him.
I mean, the mayor's a bureaucrat. He also is obviously not in the best condition. So I'd say it's not too surprising. Anyways, and Eshrin lights the hand that he's not using to lean on his stick a little brighter before the first fireball from produced flame fizzles out.
Okay. Roll
Right.
initiative because they do sense your hostility.
They sense my hostility specifically.
Yeah. They're like fire not a fan.
um,
11.
wow.
Welcome back,
Or
Oko. I got us into a fight with the chicken people.
Are we
I,
rolling initiative?
Yes, please roll
yep.
initiative.
Never mind the fact they're
This
not actually chickens, they're Kenku.
they're
Close
chickens
enough.
in my eyes.
You actually they are
Oh,
slightly taller than regular Kenku. They're about 6 foot tall, whereas a regular Kenku's like 4 something.
Bigger chicken wings.
Bigger
Yeah, Oko,
bird.
what did you roll for your initiative?
15.
All right.
This is a low rolls campaign. I'm happy.
Wonderful. So that would put Oko going first. There are 3 of them in front of you in kind of a triangle formation. One of them in front appears to be wearing chainmail. The other 2 both are in padded armor, both with long, curved. All 3 with long curved swords. The one in front has a larger shield, and the other 2 have bucklers.
Quick question about the swords.
Mm-hmm.
Are they more cutlass swords or are they more scimitars?
It would be a more of a cutlass style.
Good
Said
to know.
scimitars earlier, yes.
Uh, I meant just curved swords, but they are cutlasses.
Okay. Mhm.
I had to double check. It's in the book. It says cutlass, which is a long sword. So
Well, they won't be emerging cutlass.
that
I
was
like
I
that.
love that. All right, so yeah, Oko, you are first up.
I would like to rage and then charge down, or go and swing my battle axe two-handed at the big one in the front.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack roll, please.
A 10.
10 does not hit his AC. And then you used your bonus to rage, right?
Correct.
Alrighty, and you don't have more than one attack yet.
I've got reckless attack.
Oh, okay, then yeah. That just allows you to do an attack at advantage, right?
Yeah, that's what that was.
Yeah, go ahead. If you would like to use reckless attack, you may.
It was a 23 hit.
23 does in fact hit. Yeah.
Doing 6 damage.
All right. It takes it and kind of like growls under its breath, but it doesn't look too hurt by that. And then that will bring
Walk
us.
at it.
Say what?
I'm gonna walk at it in
What?
response.
Love that. Crow, it is now your turn.
You see Ashrin sort of. Please don't fuck up. Please don't fuck up. Please don't fuck up. And first, he's going to throw the fireball from produced flame at one of the Kenku in the back. Well, bird people in the back.
Okay.
D20 plus 5 because this is. Oh dear. Take it a 10 doesn't hit.
And the 2 in the back, yeah, it does.
Oh, goody. So that means they take 1d8 fire damage.
Wonderful. Do you want to do the one on the left or the right? They are standing in a triangle formation.
I'll go for the one on the left
All right.
because I'm sort of. Yeah. Oh, that's 2 damage.
All right.
And because Produce Flame is a cantrip, as my main action, I am going to summon my Wildfire Spirit. How close are the 2 in the back to each other?
They are 5 feet apart.
Wonderful. I'm going to summon my wildfire spirit right behind them,
Wonderful.
which, because of the way it is, um, they need to roll a dex save throw of DC 15.
Both of them fail.
So as Eshrin sort of holds out his, sort of does those two fingers in the mouth whistle thing, just come on, you little bastard, let's cause a couple more cinders. And you see this little fox sort of just leap up out of the ground, and a small wave of fire just blows out from where it is
Uh,
as they both take 8 damage.
all right. One of them is looking rather perturbed that he's been set on fire more than once. The other one is also rather frustrated with it. What is the range on that?
Each creature within 10 feet of the fire spirit.
Okay, give me 1 second. So yeah, the one in front does in fact make the save. Does that take half or full damage or no damage?
Um, Succeed or take the damage. So it
Takes
takes
no.
no damage from that.
Okay, yeah, it's able to dodge out of the way of the flame. First natural 20 of the night. Also,
Oh, oh, that's a little painful to me.
this is why I like my Spider-Man dice.
Nice.
The first
Now
nat 20.
I gotta look up the wildfire spirit real quick because there's a list of things I can command it to do. Oh damn it! I hate when that happens. I was about to sneeze and it just stopped.
Gone. Yeah, it's just that shit sucks.
One of the things it can do is eliminate sneezes.
I guess it can. I guess it bloody can. Oh, I like that. Um, shares your initiative count, but takes its turn immediately after yours. It can only take dodge or use your bonus action to command it to take another action. That action can be one on the stat blocker. Okay. So that means the little fox is just going to be taking its time making sure it doesn't get hit for now.
Okay.
Was hoping I could give it a command to do something else, but that takes up my bonus action, which I use for the fireball.
All right. So the crow closest to the fox, which is the one on the left that's been hit more than once, is going to take 3 swipes at your little fox with his cutlass. It's a 4, so I'm assuming that misses.
Yes.
8 plus 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. Does that a 15 hit?
A 15 hits, and now I need to look up what the dodge action does because that is the only action it's taking right now.
Okay.
Dodge. I probably should have looked this up a while. Focus entirely till start your next turn. Any attack roll made against you has disadvantage if you
Oh
can
well.
see the attacker, and you make dex save throws with advantage. Okay.
So that would be still a 15 because the other roll is a 15 plus 7. So because it was an 8 plus 7, 15. Now it's 15 plus 7. So I'm gonna
Yep.
say it still hits. Yeah.
That still hits.
He takes 5 damage.
All right. It lets out a loud yelp of both pain and surprise, but it's still
All right,
kicking
and
or
he's gonna
fighting.
swing his third attack. Uh, Okay, it's 14 hit.
Yes, it does. It has an AC of 13.
And it takes 6 more damage.
It sort of growls, but because it's a fox, it sounds sort of
Adorable?
more. It sounds sort of like a mix of adorable and someone screaming sort of angrily. It sounds like a small child angrily screaming.
Wonderful. The second crow is going to move up and attempt to cut the cut your character Scarecrow. 7, 8, 14 hit your AC.
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. On its first
Ooh.
attack, you take 3 damage. Or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 damage, sorry. I didn't add the weapon effect. Second attack is a 22 hit.
Oh boy, that's
Poor
double
guy's
my
taking a
armor.
beating.
You
Holy
take
moly.
5 damage, 5 more damage. And then on its third attack, it's a 26 hit. Yes,
Oh,
I am that DM.
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm going. I'm just more surprised that these things have some strong weapons.
Yeah, these do have some
Uh,
pretty strong longswords. You take 7
How
more
much?
damage.
Oh,
mhm.
oh.
How's your HP looking?
Less than half.
Okay. But like
Well,
number wise, so I can write it down.
16 out of 35.
Alrighty. So, the third one is going to once again attempt to attack you, Crow. So that's a 30, 20, dirty 20 hits.
Oh,
Take 9 more damage. And then it's going to use its shield to try and push you. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
okay. 12.
Uh, that would be a DC is 13. DC is 13. So
Oh,
you are pushed back onto your ass and are prone until you get up. And that will bring us to Slack, your turn.
okay. This is one of the times that I'm glad I'm going last. Um, so I am going to. How close is Esherin from where I am at the moment?
You are all kind of 5 feet apart from one another, so
Okay.
you're close enough where you can touch him or whatever.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to heal Esherin. Uh, I'm going to use second level cure wounds because you are in dire need. Let's see. So that is 2d8 plus 7. 2d8. 15.
All right.
I
And
am
then
now back to above half health.
and then I'm going to use uh spiritual weapon as a bonus action on the what are they called? Kanku?
Kenku.
Kenku, yes. So yeah, I'm gonna turn to the Kenku and start manifesting like this big spiritual hammer
Okay.
to swing at him.
All right. You can go ahead and make an attack roll, please. Or
All right.
can you make an attack with it on the turn that it is summoned? That is the question.
Um, um, oh wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong spell. You can make yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack roll then.
All right.
Now, are you attacking the main one in front or one of the two that are in the back?
I'm attacking the one that just attacked Eshran.
Okay, so the main one in the front, the one with
Yes.
the stronger armor. Got it.
No, 1d3. That is a 7.
That is a miss.
Okay.
You rolled a d8 to hit.
That's what it says.
No, you
Oh no,
roll a
that's damage, isn't
d20.
it?
Yeah,
I'm a dumb. Let me try
yeah.
that again.
There should be a thing right in front of that that says what to roll to hit and what to
Please
add to it.
note that I have not played D&D in about half a year.
Yeah, that's understandable.
You're good. I just got a little worried.
I was like,
Okay, uh so yeah, it's just 1d20. 18. That's better.
okay, yeah, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Six.
All right. It glares you down as you hit it in the side of the head with the spiritual hammer, and it's dark eyes just kind of locking onto you as you as you do this.
I glare back at it. Just like, yeah, not so bad. Not so great when it's you, is it?
Oko, your turn.
We'll take initial action and swing at it.
All right, go ahead and attack, please.
Seven.
That is a miss. Um, so as you have not made an as read rage for me real quick. Just want to double check that it works the same in fifth edition as it did in 3.5 in Pathfinder.
Your rage ends early if you are knocked unconscious or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn, or taken damage since then. You can also end your rage as a bonus action.
Okay, cool. Because I believe in 3.5 there was a condition that if you hadn't made a successful attack roll, then your rage ended. So it's just if you make an attack roll now. So your rage does
Yes.
not end. Okay.
Well, I have another attack.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
Team.
And you are which one are you attacking?
We'll do the one that attacked, that beat the shit out of the one that was set on fire twice.
Okay, yeah, that's a hit.
Takes 8 damage.
All right. Um, it looks back at you and is very frustrated because it was focused on the fox because it had been the fox had been burning it, but now it's looked back over to you like, "Damn it! Stop hitting me from behind!"
Ah.
All right, Crow, your turn.
Because I was knocked prone, I take it I have to use all my movement to stand back up.
Half your movement.
Half my movement? Oh, that's much better.
Though
So here's you a
you do incur an attack of opportunity as you stand up.
Shit.
And it misses with a 2. So
Oh,
you're good.
thank God.
He takes a swipe and you like Matrix lean.
You see, Eshrin just cough and spit blood in this guy's face. Just you, you, fuck. I'm gonna enjoy cooking you.
Party of
And
cannibals.
yeah. And as my action, I'm gonna need uh I want to try and cast this one over Vetka's shoulder because this is a cone attack. I'm casting Burning Hands.
um, you would have to move past Vetka because if Vetka is in the way, like in the cone, you're gonna hit Vetka. Uh,
And they warn me so I can look at it coming.
but if Vetka doesn't care, you can roll a saving throw to see if you can get out of the way. There is a save to this, right, Crow?
Yes, it is a DC 15 saving throw, and Eshrin will use his as much movement as he needs to make sure Vetka's not in the blast.
Yeah, if you would just move 5 feet forward, because the one in front of you has used this reaction, it can't attack you again. But the other two,
They
definitely
can.
could. Yeah, it could if they weren't 10 feet away from you. So just stepping 5 feet toward them to burn them to death, not gonna hurt, not gonna incur an attack of opportunity.
You see Eshrin take in a deep breath and just okay, practice what you were taught. Practice what you were taught.
What was the save on this? DC what?
15.
First one fails, and second one also
And
fails.
I gotta look up, see if it's. And it is half as much on a successful save.
All right, neither of them succeed, so both of them are going to take full damage.
Malakaya Moloten! Veknatu!
All right, go ahead and
And
roll.
that is 3d. I almost did do 11 damage.
There's 11 damage on both. All right. Both of them are very, very unhappy with this.
We
And
are quite peeved.
Yeah, they're not looking super rough, but they are quite pissed off.
and for my bonus action, I will tell the fox to attack uh the one it's closest to by
Mhm.
snapping and pointing at him, and that's it for my turn. That brings us to the wildfire spirit's turn, who is now going to try and attack with flame seed.
Okay, what does that do?
Ranged weapon attack, spell your spell modifier, so I'm guessing my spell mod to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 60-foot ranged attack. On a hit, a d6 plus plus the modifier damage.
Yep.
Well, it says plus PB, but I'm guessing that's
Yeah. Yeah.
spellcaster bonus.
PB is physical bonus, I do believe.
Oh. So I'm going to guess it's just 5, just the modifier. Also, does a dirty 20 hit?
Dirty 20 hits, yes. Which one are you trying to hit?
Uh, I snapped and pointed to the one closest to the fox, since that's the one that hit the fox.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that hits.
So I almost rolled another d20. I do not have anything that deals a d20 fire damage, though that would be fun. 9 damage.
All right, so that's gonna be. All right. This one's starting to look kind of rough, as it's been set on fire. It's been hit with an axe. It's not happy. Like this guy is
Oh,
he
it's
is he's
starting
starting to
to
get
look
fucked
bad.
up. Yeah, he's starting to look bad.
If he's
These are some
only
tough
now
chickens.
starting to look bad, this does not need well for me. But yeah,
Just
that's it
make
for
sure you don't
mine.
get killed.
No promises. Yeah, that's it for
Alrighty.
mine and the fox's turns.
All right. So the two crows in the back row, the one that was attacked by the fox, is going to turn and try and attack Vetka. Does an 11 hit your AC? To
No.
no. All right. It's going to use its next two attacks to do the same. Nope, that misses as well. And does a 26 hit?
Unfortunately. Is it a
All right.
piercing or slashing?
Slashing.
Perfect.
It does 5 damage, so 3 if it's halved.
Cool.
So you take 3 damage. And then
Oh.
the next one is going to also try and attack the one that's been making cawing noises at them. That's a miss. 22 is a hit. You take 4 damage on that one. That's already halved, so you're just taking 4 damage. And then its third attack doesn't hit. And then we come to Slack. Your turn.
Okay, so since there wasn't as bad of damage dealt this turn, let's see what else we can do here. All right, so I'm gonna do some lessons up in here.
All right, you're gonna cast Bless.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, what does Bless
Um,
do for just for clarification?
when you cast Bless, you bless up to three creatures of your choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll of saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
Wonderful.
Uh, so I'm gonna cast that bad boy on. Wait, can I cast it on myself?
Yes, you can bless yourself.
Mm, I'm going to cast it on. I'm actually going to cast it on uh, everyone on my team but me.
So the fox,
Even
you,
the
and
fox, yes.
yeah, okay. So Vetka and Esherim, you both feel holy energy kind of pass through your body as you are blessed. Um, are you going to do anything else, Slack?
Um, how's the chicken boy in front of us looking?
Directly in front of you, he looks fine. He actually looks rather angry.
Hmm. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna. So I can still use spiritual weapon as a bonus action again.
Yes, you
Yes.
can.
I'm gonna do that again.
Wait, question: is bless a concentration spell?
Bless is where's Bless? Bless is actually yes, it is.
So you'd have to drop spiritual weapon to cast bless.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, no, you cannot attack with spiritual weapon.
Okay. Can I? So I can't do anything else really.
Uh,
That's all. I'm not gonna do anything else.
unless you have a cantrip. No,
Um, Cantrips.
I believe
Uh,
sacred flame is a cantrip.
yes. Do I want to do that one? I'm gonna use resistance.
Okay, what does that do?
You touch one willing creature once before the spell ends. The target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the saving throw of its choice.
Okay,
It can roll the die before making the saving throw or after making the saving throw. So I'm gonna use that on Eshrin.
alrighty. That'll bring us to the one in front of you's turn. He's going to use his 3 attacks to attack you, uh, Slack. So
Mm-hmm.
your AC is nope, that misses. That's a natural one. It swings its sword, going just over your head, and it is stuck into the wall. And instead of trying to pry it loose, he's going to pull a short sword instead, because he did a crit fail. And he's going to use his 3rd attack to attack you with his short sword. Um, so none of his attacks hit you, and he
Wow.
is now no longer in possession of that badass sword he was using.
You sure are having some trouble there, Bird Brain.
Um, he will then use his bonus action to attempt to push you down like he did. Crow, go ahead and make me a strength saving throw.
Okay. Strength saving throw. 17.
You do beat his DC 13, so you are not pushed down. You kind of meet him head on with your shield, and and he's unable to block you.
This guy, he is just having a bad time this turn.
He is. He's having a really shitty time right this second. All right. So, that will bring us to Oko. Your turn.
Just swing at the one that tried to push down Manius.
All right. Go ahead and attack. The main Kenku in charge.
That's an 8.
That is a miss. That is a mighty miss.
And I'm going to swing at one of the other ones. The one that's been lit on fire the most.
Okay, so the one that's looking kind of the roughest. Go ahead and roll an attack roll, please.
Dirty 20.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
8 damage, and I'm going to start plucking again.
Alrighty. It is bleeding profusely, and it is looking rather bloodied. This one is closing in on its demise. Um, and I'm assuming that ends your turn. Okay, so Crow, that is your turn now.
Um. Well, what's this spell do again? I don't want to use that spell. Wait a minute. I could use this spell. So the big Kenku, the one with the chainmail.
Mm-hmm.
What's this chainmail made out of?
It appears to be made out of iron, like normal chainmail is.
Wonderful. I'm going to cast a spell I forgot I had.
You have heat metal, don't you?
I have heat metal.
Fuck you. All right. What is the what is the save on heat metal to get out of his suit?
Um must succeed on a constitution saving throw or drop if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Um it doesn't actually say.
That is a natural 20. What is your your spell save DC?
15.
Yeah, that's. I'm assuming that a 26 meets that as he like peels his chainmail off, leaving himself in just like a like black tunic, now kind of scarred looking black tunic because it was scalded by superheated chain. Um, his AC is going to drop considerably.
That's kind of hot.
Oh, damn it, I just got that.
Alrighty.
I love the slactopuns.
All right.
So, two things. First, Eshrin is gonna look at the big guy like, "What? You're not in that? You're not exactly fancying becoming roast chicken for me."
Fuck you.
That's what I thought.
Got him.
And he is going to snap and point at the now shirtless, um, well, now armorless Kenko, I should say. They still have a shirt on.
Zooey
Yeah.
mama. Don't get ahead of yourself there.
As a command for the fox to attack that one, and that's all my attack actions.
All right.
Wait a minute, I still have a movement. I move back a little bit more. Because I have a feeling I am now high priority target.
You are indeed a high priority target.
You done
So-
stripped the chicken.
I stripped
Chicken
chicken.
strips.
That one wasn't even on purpose. I'm full of them.
Chicken strips. Well, must be on Fuzzies for money.
And that'll bring us to the two Kenkus, two of the three Kenkus' turn.
The fox gets to spit a
Oh
fire,
yeah.
seed
You
first.
get to do that first.
And that will actually be at the now shirtless at the now armorless Kenku. They still have a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Does a
The
15
Freudian
hit?
slips.
15
Yeah.
does hit. Yeah.
Hooray! 7 damage.
All right. Almost out of the triple digits.
Oh!
The two Kenku in the back are going to turn toward you, seeing their leader attacked, and they're going to use their innate spellcasting ability to both cast magic missile at you.
And the magic missile automatically hits.
Yep. 12. So the first one does 12 damage, and the second one 15 damage.
So let's see. 12, 15. I am now rolling death saving throws.
Yes, you are.
Oh boy.
Until
Why
you
must
are
it be like this?
until you are either stabilized or healed. And that will bring us to Oko's turn.
And because I'm not dead, the fox is still kicking.
Or no, Slack's turn, not Oko. Slack's
All
turn.
right. And I suppose I'll heal him.
I suppose you're not going down this time. Not yet.
Uh, wouldn't you have to use spared the dying first if you have it?
No,
Yeah, no?
no,
Wait,
because if you are just healing him, you can just heal him. Like it would just be like if you're using healing magic, it brings you you come back. You would spare the dying is like if you're out of healing spells.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
So yeah, cure wounds.
again.
Again. Didn't I just help you up the last time?
I'm sorry.
I will also allow you to use your bonus action to help them to help Crow's character up without engaging an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's see. Roll. What is that I need to do? 1d8 plus 6. Oh, 9.
All right, you have 9 HP, and you are helped back to your feet. Um, uh,
You watch as Eshrin coughs up a bit more blood. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to make it a habit.
Please don't.
all right, and now the armorless Kenku will attempt to attack uh attack Darius using its 3 slashes with its short sword.
Alright.
9 doesn't hit your AC.
Nope.
19 does.
Okay.
It's gonna be a D6. 4, 6, 7, 8. You take 8 points of damage from the first slash that hits,
Alright.
and then the third attack made with the short sword misses. So you get attacked and hit twice, and then the last attack misses you. And now it is Oko's turn. What does Vecta do as she sees one of her companions fall and nearly die?
Twice. In like a couple minutes.
A couple minutes?
Uh,
Less than a minute.
it hasn't been 6 turns yet, or 6 rounds yet, so it's not even been a minute. Every turn is 6 seconds.
So yeah. Even worse.
But yeah, Oko, what are you doing? Um, we're gonna come back to Oko's turn, and go Crow. You can go ahead, and we'll come back to Oko when Oko is ready.
Um, how is Darius looking in terms of health?
Darius
I'm alive and well.
Darius looks okay, not in peak performance, but much better than you.
I mean, I got stabbed a little, but I'm good.
If that's the case, Eshrin is going to slap a silly little second level cure wounds on himself.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll me for your cure wounds. Make sure you guys are keeping up with your spell slots, by the way.
Mhm.
Have had I 13. Hooray! And
All right.
bonus action, have the fox attack for me because it is doing more.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack roll, please.
Nat 1. Does an 8 hit?
8 does not hit any of their AC. Yeah, no, not any of their AC, even the one without armor.
And because I got a nat 1, how bad does this turn out?
What's your AC? You're fine.
I have an
Oh no.
11.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't hit you either. Almost, but it doesn't quite hit you. Uh, the seed comes speeding between you and Darius. Uh,
That was not supposed to happen. I am so sorry.
Yeah, you might be lower on the healing list next time for that.
Understandable. I hear ya. And that's it for me.
Oko, are you ready to go?
Okay.
I believe they are still taking care of customers. So instead, we're gonna replace their initiative with we're gonna swap your initiative and their initiative. So Slack, you're gonna go ahead and go.
Okay. Hmm. Can I turn to the wall and go for that sword?
You may attempt to go for the sword, but it will grant an attack of opportunity to the armorless Kenku.
Um. So can I I want to do resistance on myself, then turn to the sword.
Um, it's not going to be a saving throw.
Okay.
It's
Still
he's
gonna
just
do
gonna
that.
attack. Yeah, you're that's fine. I'm just letting you know.
All right.
All right, yeah, and he's going to attack you with the short sword. 13 doesn't meet your AC. Do you? And I'm assuming you pull the sword from the wall. Go ahead and
Yes.
make me a strength check to see if you can.
Okay. A 4.
No, you cannot. You try. You like pull at it. And you're like shit, but you are unable to pull it from the wall. Um, and then the two Kanku are going to go. One of them is going to swipe at the fox with its long sword 3 times. Uh, so 22 hit.
Oh,
Crow.
yes. Oh,
Does
Crow
a
does
22 hit me?
the fox.
Oh, the fox. Yes, it also hits the poor boy, the fox. My baby.
Ooh, 8, 9, 10, 12 damage from the longsword.
you know it's bad when the DM has to count.
Uh, the fox is still alive, but now the fox looks like it is on its last embers.
All right, it's going to take another swipe at it. Uh, 19.
That hits.
All right, and it takes 5 damage.
Um, let's see. Is there something that happens? No, that's. Oh, that's only when I reach that level. Damn it. Uh,
Um,
the fox sort of just lets out a loud whimper before it just fades away, like the fires die, and it's just ash that disappears on the wind.
Wonderful. And it is going to turn and attempt to stab uh, Darius with its third attack. Uh,
mm,
that's a miss with an 8. So the second Kenku is going to go and attempt to slash Darius with 3 swipes of its longsword. So the
Leave me
first,
alone. I just want your sword.
a 19 does hit your AC.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh, you take 10 damage, or yeah, 10 damage off the first swing. 22 for the second is the hit on the second swing, and you take 8 more points of damage.
Okay.
And then its third swing, 21 to hit, and you take 12 more points of damage.
Well, I guess I'm gonna die.
Does that put you at exactly 0 or below 0?
That puts me below 0.
How far below 0?
Um, 3.
Okay, so you're not quite dead yet.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Oko, are you back yet by chance?
Yes, I'm sorry about
Okay,
that.
it's okay. It is your turn. You've just seen another one of your teammates go down.
Are both of them down?
No, one of them is back up. Darius healed Esherin and then immediately went down after.
And are all of the Kenku still up?
Yes, all of the Kenku are still up. One of them looks really, really hurt. The other two look moderately injured, but not super bad. But one of them is
Okay, I
missing
got
their
a phone call.
armor.
I'm sorry.
You're okay. While they take care of that, would either of you like to just take this quick time to take a short 5-minute break so we can go get drinks and use the bathroom real quick?
Sure.
That sounds good. Yeah.
All right, wonderful. We'll be folks. We'll be right back. We're just gonna take a quick break, and I will see you guys soon. So we're gonna go over to this screen, or not that screen.
Wait, so like, are we muted or?
back. Okay, so welcome back, guys. I didn't realize this, but my backing track has been off the entire time, so we've just been playing musicless, and I am big old dummy, but that's okay.
It's okay. Our voices are soothing enough for the audience.
Yeah, they
Isn't
are.
that right, viewers?
Your voices are lovely. Oko, it is your turn. You
It
have.
seems it's a lovely time for another episode of ASMR with this group.
Oh,
I'm not sorry.
oh Lord, yes. Oko, one of your friends is down, the other is up and fighting. All three of the Kenku are alive. One of them looks rather fucked up, however.
Like to
And they
swing
all
at the
kind of
one
look fucked up.
with my bonus action at the fucked up one.
All right. And you're gonna do what with that? You're gonna attack.
Correct.
All right. Go ahead and roll an attack roll.
22.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Eight.
All right. It looks near dead. Like it's one of its arms is kind of like just hanging on. Uh, what else would you like to do?
I would like to grapple the formerly armored Kenku,
All right.
the boss.
Go ahead and make a contested strength check for me.
Oh, that's an 8.
He's a 15 from him, so he's not gonna. You cannot grapple him, unfortunately for you.
Well,
I'm gonna continue walking at him.
All right. As you do, he's gonna take his turn and swipe at you 3 times with his short sword.
literally the only words you've uttered this entire time are clucking noises.
There's a 19 hit.
Yes.
All right. You take 4 damage on the first strike.
Already rounded down.
No. So that's 2 damage on the first strike. So that's a healthy 2 damage. He's gonna swing 2 more times. Because he is a larger bird, you see him swing again and thunk, a second sword into the wall, and he's just gonna be like, "Fuck!" Let go, pull out a dagger, and attempt to stab you with it.
He's just has the worst
Missing
luck.
with a 12. And so that's gonna bring us back to Crow's turn.
Oh boy!
You want to help me so bad.
He lost 2 of his swords and his armor.
Ashrin looks at Darius, looks at the bird, looks at Darius, looks at the bird. Just give me one moment. And just full of false courage and a lot more cowardice, runs as fast as he can to Darius, and I am gonna smack him with a 2nd level Cure Wounds.
All right, go ahead and roll for me, please.
$10.
All right, and you can use your bonus action to pick him up if you'd like.
That I am, which means the fox isn't going to be able to attack right now, but it is
Well,
taking
the
dodge.
fox is dead.
Oh shit! The fox is dead.
Yeah, the fox is a
Yeah,
pile
the
of
fox
ashes,
is
dude.
dead. So like,
I forgot my fox died.
yeah.
That's not good.
But yeah, you're able to
Yeah.
pick him up, and Darius, you're back on your feet, so that'll bring us to your turn.
Wow, what a pal. Anyway, the sword.
So 10. Yeah, if you would like to try again to pull the sword from the wall, you can. There's also a short sword now.
I want the big.
Okay. Question: Are you proficient in martial weapons?
Martial weapons. Uh, do history and religion count?
So that would be a no. Then you likely won't be able to use this sword without a penalty.
Okay. I'm still gonna get the sword.
All right. Go ahead and roll a strength check to see if you can pull the sword out of the wall.
I am determined now. 13.
13. Okay, you are able to get this sword out of the wall.
Nice.
And that is, unless you're going to use your bonus action for something, that is all you can do.
Let's see. I got one more slot left for this. Spiritual weapon.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an attack roll. Who are you attacking with your spiritual weapon?
Um. hmm. So what's the status of the other two birds that I haven't been focusing on?
One of them looks near dead. The other one looks pretty okay.
Okay.
It's a little singed, but he's not taking a whole lot of damage because nobody's really been focusing on him.
And the armorless bird?
He looks tough and hardy. He's taking some damage, but he's still kicking right on along.
Okay. I'm going to aim at the one that is nearly dead.
Okay.
I still didn't roll. Whoops. That is a 12.
That's a hit.
One.
I can just imagine Darius. Pog.
Fog as
Hurt-
he swings
hurt as
fair.
he's fuck. Hurt as fuck. Just pog. All right, roll damage.
All right, 9.
That describe to me how you kill this Kenku.
A big overhead swing with this glowing hammer of light.
All right.
Just right on top of his head.
You rock his fucking head just right in the face, crushing his beak, and like he slumps to the floor dead. Okay, so you have 2 Kenku left. One of it is the next Kenku's turn. That Kenku is going to attack Darius with its longsword. So 13 misses your AC. 12 misses your AC. And 19 hits. So it's going to roll. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You take 6 damage. You were looking fucking rough, friend. And then that will bring us to Oko's turn once again.
Oh, nice.
Going to use bonus and normal action to just swing at the big Kenku.
All right, go ahead and roll your attack actions, please.
8 and a 15.
The 15 hits. The 8 just barely misses.
13, and I got a phone call.
All right. Gotta do some math right quick. Alrighty. That will bring us to that Kenku's turn. and it will attack with its dagger. 10, 11, 12. Misses your AC. 12 misses your AC. And 6 misses. All right, all 3 of its attacks miss, bringing us to Crow. You're up.
Oh boy. Darius, how you feeling, buddy?
On a scale of 1 to 10, uh, not good.
On a scale of 1
Uh,
to 43, 4.
Here, buddy. How about I try and help you out a bit? And I'm going to use my last second level spell slot on another Cure Wounds. $11.
All right. So now you're not looking super bad. Um,
Now you're not screwed. You're just doomed.
unless the Kenku rolls really high next turn. It's next
Consider
turn.
yourself slightly higher on the healing list now.
Alrighty. So,
Could I cantrip bonus action?
yes, you can.
Awesome. I'm gonna try and set this Kenkum on fire again with Produce Flame.
All right. What is the saving throw on that?
It's a ranged spell attack.
Alrighty. Go ahead and attack for me.
Does a 22 hit?
Yes,
It's
it
the big
does.
unarmored.
Yes, it does.
It's not much, but it's fire. 5 points.
Alrighty. So he lets out a mighty squawk as he is set on fire.
Ain't much, but it's honest work.
It is now Darius's turn. Slack, you're up.
All right. First of all, Ashrin, are you proficient in martial whatevers?
Martial weapons.
Yes, that.
I am good with a couple. Let's just say. Let's just. Damn it! I thought. Why are my notes going off? These are. Freaking long swords, not scimitars.
Yep.
Yes.
Let's just say I'm good with some swords. These ain't it. If anyone's gonna be good with them, it's gonna be Vetka.
Can I try to toss the sword to Vetka?
You may use your bonus action to toss the sword to Vetka. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna toss the sword to Vetka.
We will figure out whether or not
Do I have to roll to catch it?
I'm not gonna make you roll to catch it. No.
Thank you.
You can catch the sword. But you can roll Arcana to figure out what it is or what it does.
Oh yeah, I do have pretty good knowledge Arcana, don't I? All right. Let me get to the
Does a
page
3
again.
tell me anything?
Not at all.
If I do it, oh wait, no. Whoops. That's a 22. Or not 22, a 21.
Okay. So you would know that this is a +1 longsword of magic missile. It comes with 1 charge of magic missile per every 24 hours, and it has a +1 to hit and damage on top of your attack bonus already.
Hey yo, Master Sword.
Magic sword, not quite the master sword though.
Close.
It's like the difference between the master sword and the Bigoron's sword.
Belle, I think you're cutting out a little bit.
I'm sorry about that. Can you hear me a little better now?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. It's like the difference between the Master Sword and the Bigoron's sword. Um, one of them is
Okay.
powerful. The other one can slay evil. like,
Gotcha. Okay.
but yes,
So like
you can
Master
toss
Sword
that.
light.
You can toss that to Vetka.
Okay. Um, I'm going to use Sacred Flame
Okay,
on the big boy. Or is
okay.
that
You can use that as your standard action, but just know you used your bonus action to throw the sword.
okay. Well actually wait, let me see what the difference would be here before I actually do that. Oh, okay, so I'm actually gonna swing at him with the Warhammer.
Okay. Your spiritual weapon?
No, just a normal Warhammer.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Alrighty. That's an 8.
Yeah, that's just barely a miss. All right, and then that will bring us to the Kenku's turns. So the one Kenku that is still up that isn't the big guy is going to swipe with its long sword at Darius. Uh, that misses. That is a. It swings and thunk into the wall. Its sword goes. With a natural one, it will pull out its short sword and attempt its third attack. 23 hits you. And that is a 4. It does 4 damage to you.
To who?
To you.
Okay, cool. 4 damage.
But its sword,
So
it now does no longer has its magical longsword.
so like I kind of stifle a laugh as the sword hits the wall, and then I immediately just get hit.
Yeah, you stifle a laugh and then are stabbed in the side.
Ah!
And that'll bring us to Oko's turn.
Oko.
How fucked up is the second little one?
The second little one is looking. He's stout. He hasn't taken a whole lot of damage. But he is not. He is definitely singed from some of the fiery attacks that have been sent his way.
I'm going to swing with my battle axe at the unarmored, the big boy,
Okay.
with both actions.
All right. Go ahead and roll attacks, please.
$24 and an 18.
Both hit. Go ahead and roll damage for both.
Uh, 13 and 9. 22.
All right. He is looking a lot rougher than he was. Still kicking, but he is not as strong looking as he was. Um, and that's your attack, your action and bonus action.
Yep.
All right.
She's just going to lean in now and say, "Want to give up, fried chicken?"
Fuck you.
You're looking a little extra crispy, boy.
All right. He is going to, with his dagger, attempt to stab you 3 times.
Pathetic.
It's 21 on the first hit,
Yeah, that hit.
and you take 5 points of damage from that.
Reduced?
So it'd be 3 points of damage. Second is misses with a 12. Third misses with an 11. Bring us back to Crow. Your turn.
Oh boy.
Starting to slowly work your way down on spells, huh?
Yeah, I have some left. I've been mostly using cantrips and the fox.
Yeah.
The fox is dead.
What does the fox say? Here lies.
Damn it.
I'm a terrible person. I'm
On
sorry.
call BR.
Emotional damage.
Hold on, I gotta pull up something.
Nope.
Uh,
Don't play anything over the speakers that can get us copyright protected.
right,
Copyrighted.
right.
Remember, we are streaming.
I was gonna play the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's got a couple copyrights on it.
Yep.
But yeah, Darius, how you holding up?
About the same as what you asked like 6 seconds ago. A little better, actually.
What's Darius's hit points?
It's Darius is looking pretty rough, but not like dying.
Not dying, for now.
Yeah, for now. Unless that Kenku gets really lucky.
I'm at 17 out of 35 right now, so,
Not by my count. By my count, you're at 11.
Oh, I might have missed something then, because
The getting stabbed in the gut.
I had some connection issue.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
getting stabbed in the gut.
Oh, wait.
Took down those points.
So the I'm gonna regret this.
You got 2 Kenku.
Oh, only 2?
Yeah, one of them's dead.
Yeah, I crushed one of their heads like a little grape.
Yeah, gray matter everywhere. There's just a lot of brains with this campaign, like on the ground, not within your heads.
Squelch.
Wow, thanks.
You know what? I'm gonna reposition myself so when I cast Burning Hands again, it's not gonna hit any of my allies.
Okay. You can position yourself to where it'll either hit one or the other Kenku. You cannot get both and not also hit your allies.
Ah, shame. If that's the case, then I'm just gonna produce flame twice and throw them both at the more singed Kenku.
Alrighty. And those are saving throws or range spell attacks?
Range spell attacks.
All right, go ahead and attack, please.
14.
That hits.
That's just a flat D8. 8 damage.
All right. And the second one?
17.
That hits.
6 damage.
All righty. This one is now looking rather rough. From its feathers kind of burning at the edges. You guys are fucking these guys up.
It's not too late to submit and become fried chicken.
Never submit.
Never submit, never surrender. I can respect that, but also, you're being a huge pain in my ass. I'm too sober to deal with you.
All right, Slack, your turn.
What?
It's your turn.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, so we got the big guy and we got one little small fry left. So we're all still pretty close to each other, right?
Yeah. You would be Vecta would be 10 feet from you. you and Crow's character would be about 5 feet apart, and then the each Kenku are kind of flanking you, one on either side at this point.
Okay. Um, which one is the one that's looking the weakest right now?
That would be the one with armor still on, with
Okay.
his padded armor still on.
I'm
Surprisingly, the one that is
going.
missing its armor looks the beefiest.
I'm going to swing my warhammer at
All right.
the one that's got the armor on.
All right. Remember, you can still use your with a bonus action make your spiritual weapon attack after you attack with your warhammer.
Gotcha.
All right, go ahead and attack.
Alrighty. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. 17.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
That is a 7.
All right. It lets out another squawk as it is. You hear its ribs kind of crush as you swing and hit it with your warhammer.
And I'm gonna take another swing with the spiritual weapon.
All righty. Go ahead and roll an attack roll.
All right. So just to be clear, the +5 here is for the attack roll, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, cool. 22.
All right, that is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Five.
All right. It takes another heavy hit as it is looking bloodied. It's coughing up blood and beginning to look rather beat up now that it has taken some damage, and it will attack you with its short sword 3 times. So 23 to hit for the first one, and you take 7 damage.
Okay.
You are back to looking real rough. It will attack
Yep.
again. 21 to hit.
Cool. Guess I'll die.
And you take 2 damage that time.
Oh, okay. Guess I won't.
No, you're just really close to it. And then, thump, as its sword once again stuck in the wall. Natural 1. These dice are going to dice jail. We're gonna put those dice away and grab out the other dice.
If I weren't about to die, that'd be fucking hilarious.
And
Wait a
then
minute. Are you sending the Spider-Man dice to dice jail?
I am sending one of the 2 Spider-Man dice to dice jail. The reason I call them Spider-Man dice is because one of them is blue, one of them is red, and all of the numbers are white.
I like that.
So the red one is now in jail. Okay,
That's just the way
so that will bring us to Oko's turn. Oko, are you ready to go?
Yep.
All right.
So the big bird is looking fucked up, I'm assuming.
Big Bird's looking, he's still hale and hearty. He's been beat up a little bit, but he's not looking terrible. But the other one looks almost dead.
Vector's going to turn to the party and point at it and saying, "Leave that one alive so we can question it. And so I can pluck it."
Is the last part necessary?
Yes.
Okay.
She will then use both actions to swing at the big bird.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack roll. Or 2 attack rolls.
A 19 and a 7.
The 19 hits, the 7 does not. Roll damage.
8.
All right.
Back to clucking.
Yeah, no, it is. It looks rough as hell, and he is now going to take his turn to try and stab you 3 times with his dagger.
Go on, do it. You're gonna lose that one too.
15 for the first hit, so that hits.
No, 15 doesn't hit.
Oh no, it doesn't. I was looking at Slack's AC. 15 doesn't hit. All right. 16 on the second one. You take 2 damage.
Woo. Is that already cut in half?
Yeah, it's already cut in half. And then 20 dirty 20 on the second, and you take another 2 damage.
I thought the big one would be stronger.
Yeah, he's also the most clumsy, so
Yeah. The least dexterous. And then that will bring us to Crow, your turn.
How's everyone's HP looking?
I have 2.
I am. That is the wrong sheet. I am out of 2nd level spell slots, but I can smack you with a 1st level.
Yeah,
I like
it
to imagine
works.
you literally just bitch slapping healing into people.
I was like, I don't really appreciate being slapped, but you know.
Eshrin will smack a hand on Darius's shoulder before giving him one of those awkward little shoulder pats. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm trying to encourage you anyways. You fuck him up, Darius. Giving him 10 health.
All right, so you are now
All
up
right.
to 12.
And I would like to fire. Yeah.
Bonus action fire attack, yeah.
That bonus action produce flame. At the less resilient looking Kenku.
So the one with or without armor?
The one with armor looks less beefy, right?
Yeah, less beefy and a lot more hurt.
Yeah, that one. Does a
All right.
23 hit?
Yes, it does. Roll damage.
4.
Okay. Alrighty, and then it is now Darius' turn. Slack, you're up.
Oh, all right, cool. So, we're gonna do another double whammy here with the warhammer on the little armored bird.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack roll, please.
All right. Where did I put that? All right. 3. 22.
22, that does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. 8.
All right. He looks near death. Like his beak's broken, one eye is like swollen shut, but its ribs are crushed, it's coughing up blood, but he's not dead yet.
And then I'm gonna do spiritual weapon again.
Alrighty. And is this lethal or non-lethal damage? Would you like to knock him unconscious or kill him?
Which one are we trying? I'm gonna knock him unconscious.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack roll,
So,
please.
attack roll. That's fine. That's a 7.
All right, that is a miss. And that will bring us to
Dang.
his turn. He's going to attempt to stab you with his short sword 3 times. 18 on the first hit.
Okay.
Take 6 damage.
Cool.
And then he will attempt to swipe as the second attack. He's just going to swing wildly and attack at Esherim. 11, 12, 13, 14 does hit your AC.
Correct.
A 14 does?
14 hits my AC.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So you take 7 damage off that. And then the final one, he will then backswing toward Darius. 10 misses your AC.
Ooh,
All right.
you should have gone for the head.
You're right. Oko, your turn. Yeah, Oko, your turn.
Sorry, we still currently have 2 Kenkus alive, yeah?
Yeah, one of them is literally near dead. Like a
Yeah,
strong
the armored
breeze could.
one.
A strong
Is
breeze
that the
could
big
kill
one?
it. No, the unarmored one is the smaller one. Or the armored one is the smaller one. The one that is near dead is the smaller of the 2 Kenku.
I would like to use the bonus action to swing against the unarmored Kenku, and then try to grapple the small Kenku.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack roll, please, and then a contested strength check.
Nat 1 for the attack roll.
All right, so this time your friend swings her axe and thunk into the wall. You can either make a strength check to pull it out, or you can attempt your grapple.
I'm going to do the grapple.
All right, so you see Vecta release her axe and attempt to grapple this Kenku. Go ahead and make a contested strength check.
7.
21 from the Kenku, so it is able to shove you off as you attempt to grapple it. It is very barely holding on, but it does not want to be grabbed.
Resilient for a near-death Kenku.
It really is.
You behave, I won't pluck ya. Just drop your whip.
All right. The bigger Kenku will attempt to stab you again 3 times, Vecta. 14, 15, 16. 16 does hit your AC. You take 1 damage from that. Damn, rage really does make you a fucking tank.
Sorry, how much damage did I take?
You took 1 damage. And as he goes to stab you again, you pull. I'm gonna say that you shift to the side and punch him in the hand, and he drops his dagger and will attempt to swipe at you with claws as he now has no weapons because he rolled another nat 1. And 18, 19, 19 for that. So then that's going to be 2d4 on the claws. And that is 4 damage total after it's been halved.
That's not exactly behaving.
Bringing us to Crow's turn.
How much health is Vetka looking at right now?
A lot more than both you and Darius.
Separate or combined? Odds are combined.
Combined.
Yeah, I feel it. I only have 2 first level spell slots, and that's it. That's all I have left. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to use both my normal and bonus action to cantrip produce flame and try and turn this battery fuck to ash.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack roll.
9.
Which one are you attacking?
Uh,
Beefy or not beefy?
isn't one of them knocked out?
No, one of them is damn near close to it, but the other one is looking strong and just but it missed, but now has no weapons.
And the strong one most recently took a swipe at Vetka.
Yes.
I'll swing at the one that has an actual weapon.
Okay. Then that's a miss.
Yeah,
If
I
you'd
had a
have
feeling.
if you'd have attacked at the other one, it would have hit.
This
Ooh.
other one's a 19 because I forgot to put a +5 on the dice roller.
Okay. You hit either one. You can hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Let's go for the one with actual armor right now.
All right.
1.
You do 1 damage.
1 damage.
He is like sitting there going, "Why won't you just end me?" As he is slowly burned.
At this point, it's less a tennis ball or a baseball made of fire, and it's more just a little bit of.
You just come up and lit their ass on fire with a lighter, like that one asshole in high school. Okay,
God.
Darius, your turn.
All right. I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon on the wait, hold on. Let me compare some stuff real quick. Yeah, I'm just gonna do Warhammer on the weakened bird with the armor.
Are you going to do this lethal or non-lethal?
I'm thinking of consequences here.
You have been torturing him at this point. Like,
non-lethal.
go ahead and
No,
roll an
that's
attack roll for me.
It's +3, I think, right? No, that's not +3. That is yeah, that is +3. Okay. +3. That's a 4.
As a miss. It's a natural 1. Wait a minute, was that a nat 1?
Oh wait, no, that wasn't that one. So yeah.
Okay, so regardless of whether or not whatever it ends up as, if it's a nat 1, it's an automatic crit fail. You know how you've been laughing at them for like throwing their weapons into the wall? You
Yeah.
Toom! And the spike on the back of your warhammer sticks into the wall. You can either make a strength check to pull it out or let go of the weapon.
I'm gonna let go of the weapon
Okay.
and use spiritual weapon on it instead.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack roll, please.
D20 plus 5. All right, 20.
All right, that is a hit. Go ahead and roll. Just tell me how you want to knock this thing out, because it has a single hit point left.
So instead of making a warhammer, I'm just gonna make a punching glove.
Just turn it
right
into a boxing glove and just whap. All right.
Yeah.
All right. It is unconscious.
Cue boxing ring bell sound
Bing,
effect.
bing, bing. Yeah. Alrighty. Next up is the big Kenku, who will attempt to swipe its claws at Vetka again. 13, 13 misses, 11 misses, and 11 misses. All right. Vetka, your turn.
I'm gonna both action double swoop. Oh wait,
You do have the +1 longsword.
yeah, I'll use the +1 longs.
All right, that'll be let me go ahead and add that into your inventory real quick. I gotta find the thing for this. All right. I forgot I had the wrong fucking browser open.
I can add it if you'd like.
Yeah, just go ahead and add yourself a +1 longsword. Or just add a longsword and just remember that it's +1 to hit and damage besides whatever is already there.
All right, longsword +1. It's that is a 15 and a 10.
All right, both of those hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Uh, 16 and 7.
All right. It is looking a lot. He's looking a lot worse for wear now. After those two big swipes, with the longsword. Um, and then that'll bring us to Crow. Your turn, actually, because the other one's dead or unconscious, so it's your turn.
You see Ashrin sort of twirl his walking stick slash quarter staff as he brushes a hand along it, causing it to take on an appearance more like firewood that's been in the fire for a good bit. So there's cracks of heat coming off of it. So remind me, do we want to keep this one alive? And he's doing that because he cast Shillelagh.
Ideally, yes.
We've got an
Probably
unconscious one
interrogate
up
both of
luck.
them. We might be able to interrogate both of them. The big one might know more, seeing as it looks like the boss, you know? But, you know.
Got it. So don't kill it. Can do.
Right.
And I will use my Shillelagh to attack this one.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack roll, please.
21.
21. Yeah, you hit.
7.
All right.
And I want this to be non-lethal damage.
Well, I mean, you're not gonna kill it with that hit anyway.
I know, but I mean, I'm just stacking it as non-lethal.
Well, you have one alive, so you don't have to leave this one alive, but you can.
It might know more.
What is that clicking noise? And can we make it
Oh,
stop?
sorry.
That's okay. All right. Your turn, Slack. What is Darius doing?
So how's this guy looking now?
He's looking a lot rougher. He's not quite like near death, but he's definitely like bloodied at this point. On a scale of 1 to 120, He's looking at about a 22.
Oh boy!
I am going to try grappling him this time.
Okay, go ahead and roll a contested strength
Well, actually, I probably shouldn't do that yet. I'm gonna use my last spell to actually cure myself because I just
check. Yeah,
realized that I
heal yourself
am low on health.
so you don't get fucked up by the bird.
All right. 1d6 plus 8. 1d8 plus 6. Did I say that right? I said that wrong. 1d8 plus. That's an 11.
All right. So you now have a lot better health points from the looks of it.
17. Back to where I was a few turns ago.
Yeah.
Uh, so now can I grapple him?
You may make a contested strength check to try and grapple him, yes.
Okay. Oh, wait. That was the wrong icon then.
So it would be
Change it to
1d20
screen.
plus your strength modifier.
Yes. Nope, 4.
Yeah, because he got a 17. So he once again
Alright.
like pushes you off. And since that is now his turn, he's going to attempt to swipe at you with his claws 3 times.
Why don't you just let us grab you?
So that's a miss. Oh. Oh, I'm so sorry. So that's 8 it's 4, 5 plus 8, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Did it
8,
hit a
9,
nat
10,
20?
11, 12, 13. Yeah, you take 13 points of damage from a claw attack.
I'm sorry, what did you say? It cut out.
You take 13 points of damage because it got a nat 20.
Okay.
From the first claw attack.
Cool.
Or actually, no, this is the second because the first one missed. And then it's going to attack you again. I'm so sorry.
Oh, guess I'll die.
Let's just hope that it rolls low. Okay, so. Actually, so. Alright. You have 4 hit points. Yeah, you're unconscious.
Okay.
And that'll be its turn. Oko, your turn.
I'm gonna double swing at it again with the long sword.
Alright, go ahead and roll 2 attack rolls. I am so sorry, Slack, that you come onto my podcast and just get utterly fucked up.
Well, it's better than, nothing is better than that, actually. Nothing is worse.
Yeah.
There's an 18 and a nat 20.
Alright, both hit. Go ahead and roll the nat 20 first. So it's gonna be the max damage for your weapon, plus your attack bonus. And an attack roll.
23 for the first one.
Alright, so please describe how you kill this Kenku.
Straight down the middle. Just chop it up straight down the middle. Like you're gonna cook a chicken breast.
Alright, so you come down with the longsword, slicing it straight down the middle. It falls into 2 pieces, blood spurting up into the air as Darius goes down to a heavy claw attack right to his throat. You are officially out of combat. You win, but at what cost?
Yay. Win, huh?
Rushing over to Darius, Eshrin is going to use his last 2 first-level spell slots to cast Cure Wounds on Darius.
All right, go ahead and roll to heal Darius. This is why we buy potions, folks. When I give you a starting gold, you buy potions.
Bunch of pansies.
21 because I'm using 2 spell slots to do it.
All right. So, Darius, you are back up.
Hey.
The person who killed you is in pieces. As you are now looking at 1 unconscious and 2 dead Kenku folk of a slightly larger variety.
How much did I heal?
You healed 21 hit points.
Okay, cool.
Have Vecta go around unsticking everyone's weapons.
Yeah, you can go ahead and just start pulling swords and shit out of the wall. You collect you have 3 of these +1 long swords. 2 regular short sword or 3 regular short swords and 3 daggers. Each of the Kenku also had 10 gold pieces on them apiece, and a badge of a raven's head or a crow's head in front of a cloud with a lightning bolt coming from below it. Roll me a history check. Any of you
History
may roll
check?
this. Yes.
I got a +4 to history, so I got you.
Yeah, any of you can roll.
17 with the -1.
3.
Number 15.
11.
All right.
The dumbest one did the best.
Yeah. Vecto will kind of look at it.
With my 3.
Vecto will kind of look at it and go, you know this to be the seal of the Storm Ravens gang, a gang of malevolent Kenku warriors who work for the Illithid of the Underdark. They kidnap people and tend to harm them and tend to do a lot of horrible experiments to them. But before we continue that, thank you, Raiders. I just want to say thank you to Jinxie for raiding, and if you could, Huffy, give Jinxie a shout out, please.
Hello, Raiders.
Howdy.
How are you doing, sweeties?
But yeah, so you guys know this to be the Storm Ravens gang, a gang of Kenku Underdark pirates.
All right.
Bunch of misfits.
I mean,
With the 3 large claws and 3-toed large claws, you could probably surmise that these were the guys kidnapping people.
Oh boy. My internet is having some issues.
I was actually going to ask because it's been 2 hours and 30 minutes. Would you guys like to stop here for the night and come back next week?
Yes.
Alrighty.
I have not eaten dinner, and I need to eat some Chinese food right now.
Yo, Chinese food would be delicious. But yeah, no. So thank you all for joining us. Would any of you like to plug anything? Slack, would you like to plug your channel or anything like that?
Yes. If you like the content that is of my me, you can go to twitch.tv/slacktopus and check me out playing some video games from time to time. As my school semester is starting, the schedule is a little bit off. We're still trying to reschedule hours, but we will be playing some RPGs and platformers usually. And if you want to see the art that I do, check out at the Slactopus, capital T, capital S, on Twitter.
And if I could get a shout out for Slactopus, please, in the chat. Crow, Oko, would you like to plug anything by chance?
Good.
I have nothing I've really done in a while, so not yet.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for joining me. And if you guys want to kind of exit the call for a minute, and we will convene in the general chat over in the Discord. I'm going to talk to the lovely viewers before I head off.
I love you all. Bye bye.
See ya.
Bye, Crow. Alrighty. Well, thank you all for joining me. I apologize that you guys got here a little late. But we will once again be playing D&D very very soon. I am actually starting to stream most of my D&D campaigns. Thank you everybody for joining me, and thank you again, Jinxie. You are a gem and a wonder of a person for raiding. I hope all of you have a wonderful night. We're gonna find someone to raid real quick, kind of to pass the love on. Since we are ending soon. Thank you, Cyber. I appreciate that. You know who is going right now? We're gonna raid Ivris. We're gonna go ahead and raid Ivris. They are playing Power Wasp Simulator with uh Sleepy Char. My brain didn't couldn't catch up to what I was saying. But yeah, if you guys want to go over and let Ivris know that this is a Paladin raid, and just thank you all for raiding, and I will see you guys again likely tomorrow. We'll be playing some Chrono Trigger tomorrow. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye everybody. Say hi to Ivris for me. Oh yeah, I forgot I needed to hit the raid button before that happened. Oops. Bye. Now I can say goodbye.